Hello everyone! Today I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes of a short film that I recently shot. It is a short film written and directed by a very good friend of mine called Ricky, and it's completely shot from within a mouth, which makes it insanely interesting to shoot. I shot this on the Red Raptor, and I also somehow managed to get a very serious hand infection on the second weekend. You'll all see this in this video. I would say let's just jump right into it. So the first weekend after the principal photography, we shot in a very beautiful location in Berlin-Lichtenberg. It was a pretty cold few days, but overall an amazing set with a lot of lovely and talented people. We mostly shot in a retro-looking kitchen and living room in various different lighting setups. So our lighting crew Richard and Morrissey and the production designer Charlie both had a lot of work to do, but goddamn, it looked amazing in the end. Because it's a low-budget production, we had 2 12-hour days, resulting in me not filming that much, unfortunately. So these are kind of all the impressions I have. The most challenging part was figuring out the coordination between the camera movements and the main actor, Benjamin. The camera setup was quite heavy, with about 12 kilograms, and especially over time in these weird positions, it was actually getting quite heavy, so I was working hard to not lose my mind. Luckily, we had this dummy overlay of a mouth, which made my work much easier. For the final result, we will probably use a 3D modeled mouth later, but it just helped me with the framing. So that's kind of all I have from weekend 1. Let's just continue with weekend 2. Look at that, it's so amazing. So JAWLOCK is a short film that Ricky is doing, and this is the second weekend we are filming. We already filmed like the whole first location, and this is gonna be an art exhibition, and it's kind of insane to see how this transforms within like 2 hours.
Yes.
Is the director?
Yeah, it's positive. Really positive.
He's positive.
Yeah.
All right.
I think, no, honestly, I love it. It will be really spectacular. It will be so much suspense. It will be lovely, awkward, and creepy and funny and everything. So full life. And I love this whole team. This team is really good.
This movie is going to be outstanding, outlandish, and out of this world.
On this location, we had about 15 to 20 extras that acted as visitors of the art exhibition. So that was an additional challenge, but everyone was super chill and patient. We had some incredibly talented people as extras, including Barika, who got the golden buzzer at Romania's version of the Got Talent show, and his wife, Asisa, who was also such an incredible artist. From a lighting perspective, this location was particularly challenging, as we didn't have enough budget to simply put some REM 80s outside of each window, what would be the normal procedure for this location. So we tried to work with what we had, used the shades as much as possible to get some contrast, and we also mounted some overhead tube lights, and Morrissey had a light on boom arm, so he could just move around with the light wherever it was needed. And to my surprise, with the right blocking we were actually able to achieve a neutral but nice look. The 3 art critics that you can see here were so hilarious that I had to fight hard to not laugh too much behind the camera all the time, at least. I don't have so much footage from the shooting itself, but we did around 18 takes with long breaks in between, because there was a festival going on outside of the location, including live music performances, so we had to wait a lot. But eventually it all worked out, and I think we should really honor the work of the art department once again at this shoot. It is incredible how they just transformed the space in such a short amount of time. How many takes did it take? Like 18?
Yeah, 18 to 20, something that ballpark, probably.
Yeah, this is Benjamin, the main actor that has the pleasure to act with his hands most of the time behind the camera.
Hugging the camera, ducking under the camera, being the camera, just everything basically, right? It was a tough situation at some point, but we pushed through. We really got the best out of it, I think. And yeah, you will see the whole thing, I think. Yeah, perfect.
Are you also happy now?
Oh man, yeah, a weight has been lifted. So yes.
Actually, I'm really blessed first that I had this opportunity with this big team, amazing people, great actors. It made me to realize that art is not only drawing, but it's more than this. It's also people, community, action together, collaboration. It's a family together. We build things.
Yeah, I agree. All right, it's JAWLOCK shooting day 2 on a Sunday morning at 7 a.m. in front of Brandenburg Gate, which looks super nice right now. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can see it, it's pretty far away, but it looks crazy nice. And no one is here yet. We are here before the first AD. That means we get a free
beer or whatever drink you.
Exactly. The second day of the weekend started very early, around 7 a.m. We had a lot of stuff to do that day, starting with filming a few scenes in the forest and then heading to Potsdam for some important university scenes. The shooting in the forest went smoothly, except for the little bugs that were biting us every 2 seconds, and little did I know that this would soon become more serious than I had anticipated. After finishing the forest scene and loading the cart, we went to Potsdam by train, which is possible, but guys, it's not necessarily the best option if you have like a big car with equipment. We are on our way to Friedrichstraße. I'm actually not sure if this ever fits into a train, but we will find out. Arriving there, initially we couldn't use a planned location because the park was too crowded, but luckily we eventually found an even better spot just a few hundred meters away, where we continued filming the scenes you can see here. And that's kind of it for the day. And then I woke up the next morning. It is 2 weeks later and I'm sitting here editing a video. And I thought I'd just explain you guys what the fuck happened. So the next day I woke up, I went into the shower and I looked at my left hand. And there was a clearly visible, huge red line. So I kind of panicked, called my mom, don't tell anyone, and instantly went to the doctor, and they kind of confirmed that I had a lymphangitis, which is actually a very serious infection with bacteria. If you don't get it treated immediately, you will most likely get a sepsis. And I got that from a goddamn bug. I'm not sure if you can still see that, but there was like a little bite on my hand. Very unlikely that this would happen, but yeah, I guess it hit me again. So guys, if you ever have a red line on your arm that is slowly traveling towards your heart, maybe consider going to the doctor immediately. Let's continue with the next weekend. Today is the last shooting day of JAWLOCK. My hand is still fucked a lot. The set design is currently preparing the Ventus scene, and we have a lot of troubles. We forgot the audio recorder. We don't have a working one right now, and also the camera operator. That is not me today because of my hand. Had some car problems, so let's hope for the best. But it looks like this is already almost set up. After almost killing the director and filming some bubbly chemicals in the kitchen, we went to shoot the last shots of a film in the basement, where the bear finally found its place. To light this place, the most handsome gaffer of the universe, Richard, had come up with a plan to have a spinning light bulb inside the room and a bigger light outside of the window. Of course, the light bulb that we wanted to use inside broke in the first 2 minutes, making us dependent on a new improvised plan. Tobi, who was the camera operator that day, rehearsed the scene together with our main actor Benjamin a couple of times, and then it didn't take long until it was a wrap. I feel super bad about not being able to mention everyone to detail in this video. This team was absolutely awesome. A huge thanks to each and every one of you. To Secret for making awesome costumes, to Anne, who is a super good first AD, to all the actors, to the amazing camera and lighting department, to everyone involved in behind the scenes material, and to anyone who helped us bringing this to life in whatever role. It was a fun journey. Let's see how the finished product will be. By the way, if you don't mind, maybe consider subscribing to this YouTube channel.